So this is kind of like one of the postscripts to the man, to the dog goes to camp. The man abandons the dog. The man abandons the dog and goes with some floozy, I don't know where. They had to take a jet. I know that much. But the really interesting thing is I noticed that the man can't stop talking about wherever he was, these women, all the women, they are wearing bikini thongs, whatever you call thong bikinis, whatever you call them, and their entire ass hangs out. And it's glorious for the man. The man wants to go back there, wherever he was. He wants to go back because he says it's like ass heaven. It must have been he was on a beach someplace. And the man's, I could hear him talking on the phone to his friends. He's calling people he hasn't heard of. He says, you won't believe it. Every single woman is walking around with their ass hanging out. When I first got there, I walked behind this one young, beautiful girl, a beautiful woman and her husband, and I noticed her entire ass is hanging out from under her shirt. I was like, by God, what's going on? This woman's got no shorts on. She's got her entire ass. It's a beautiful ass. It's so peachy and beautiful. And when she got over to her car, I know she took off her sundress or whatever, that T-shirt she was wearing, and she had a thong on. So her entire ass was hanging out, but there was a thong, and there's a little piece that came up and then went around her waist. So it was like a shoestring went around her waist, and a little piece of a shoestring hung down to the top of her ass crack. I couldn't believe my fortune. I followed this girl as long as I could. I stayed back so her husband didn't beat me up. The man's telling his friends this stuff on the phone all day long. He's saying, you could go behind them. Sometimes they're like sitting there in the doggy style. Their butt is completely hanging out, and most of their cooch, I don't know what they're doing. They're like shaking it. They're like, what the hell is going on? This is phenomenal. I don't know what they're like. They're digging for something, on the beach towel or down in the beach bag or something. They're literally in the doggy style with a gorgeous, tan, beautiful ass and half a cooch with a little shoestring right down the middle of it, and they're shaking it like, I didn't know what was going on. He says when you walk up and down, they're laying with the butts towards the sun, and you can look at all the butts, they're lining them up. It's so beautiful. But the crazy thing is, wherever you go, it could be old ladies, not so great looking ladies, a little bit heavy ladies. I mean, old ladies, saggy ladies, they all got their asses hanging out. Some ladies with like flat butts. You're like, wait, what are you doing? You should hide that butt. You don't put that butt out there. Everybody, it's a new thing. Everybody, wherever the man went, he was telling his friends, hey, it's the new thing. It's wherever, it's where the man was. I have no idea. But he's like, wherever we are, wherever I'm going back, because this is like the butt world. It was amazing to the man. He couldn't get enough of it. And he told his friends that if he could draw a map and share the location so everyone could experience the butt world. And I was thinking, from watching a little TV and stuff, maybe it's just a fashion trend that's everywhere. Maybe you could go to California, to Miami, to the New Jersey shore, you're going to see the same thing. But according to the man, he thinks he's found this utopian, exposed, beautiful butt world, and he wants to go back. He wants to make a map so he can find his way back and he can share it. He feels like he is a beautiful butt explorer. And he's like, one of those guys who would go all over the world looking for toucans or something like that, and they film them. Or the person who filmed the gorillas, you have to hunt for these things. You got to go to the Galapagos Islands. This guy, the man, I think he thinks he's discovered ass world, and I think he's going to do everything he can to get back. But, since it's just like a postscript, this is one of the things that's coming out after the ordeal of me having to go off to camp.